All right, as we get ready to go on this Wednesday night here at the Texas Card House RGV, getting ready for our Wednesday 1-3 stream. Let's go around the table really fast to see who's where. In seat 1, you got Fred. It is a $300 minimum. He's in for $300. Seat 2, Fletcher, not in his seat right now, but he will be joining us shortly. He's in for $300. Seat 3, you have RGV Striker in for $300. Goose coming in for $500. Biggest stack at the table. Seat 5, right in the center. T-Rich. Then brand new to the stream, first time playing on the stream, we got the Machine. Ray the Machine in seat 6. Newbie in seat 7, making his return to the stream. El Chewy in seat 8. And then we have Chubbs in seat 9. So getting ready to scramble and gamble tonight at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. We are located in South Texas, city of Edinburg, county of Hidalgo. And as I said, Fletcher is not in his seat, so it's going to be RGV Striker for the big blind. And we're going to start off with the straddle. Goose putting in the 5 for the straddle as we get ready for hand number 1.
One trace. One trace. Yeah, it's 1-3 guys. You have a $6 hold. Let's try to see for it. All right, guys.
So thank you for joining us tonight. These players started playing about exactly 15 minutes ago, as we are on a 15-minute delay. Action's going to be on T-Rich with the Jack 6. He'll let it go. Ray the Machine also folding. El Chewy with the ace. Just going to be making the call. Fred also with an ace makes the call. Striker putting in the extra $3. And Goose with an ace. We'll see if he raises. No, he checks. So 3 players with aces, all of them just calling. And you tend to see that early on the streams where these players will play either a little bit tighter or a little bit looser than they normally play. And these players choosing the passive route at the beginning, just kind of feeling out the table. It's going to come king high with 2 clubs. El Chewy, 60% favorite right now. Looks like RGV Striker gonna take a shot at the pot, and it's gonna work.
Can we show when you make bluffs or no?
So let's see if RGV Striker shows. He will flash the queen.
What do you think I have, Brian? Do you think I bet? Definitely not. Definitely not. Do you think I bet into 5 people?
So they will get the hand reset, and we'll move on to.
Huh? Yes. Yeah. It pays out at 8 p.m. Any full house? Any full house. I don't even think it's that big right now. Why did I say it? Hey, small blind game or no? You don't know what the small blind game is? No, you gotta explain. Small blind game is.
So players are talking about doing the small blind game. Hadn't seen that in a while.
No, we'll wait until the guy
T-Rich under the gun again. Ray the Machine going to be limping with his 4-deuce suited. Newbie going to be raising with his suited ace. El Chewy making the calls with the 6s. And we are going 3 ways to a flop. El Chewy out in front right now. And the 6 is still out in front, although Ray the Machine does hit a pair. El Chewy doesn't see any high cards. He's going to bet his 6s. Does have the best hand. And both players will let go. So El Chewy with the special edition camouflage Dallas Cowboy jersey.
on your phone. Oh.
So let's see if the players agree to the small blind game. I would imagine they would wait for Fletcher to show up to start the game because he will not be eligible. But you do see a lot of side games on these streams. Sometimes you'll have the 7 deuce game. Sometimes you'll have the knit game. And Ray the Machine first to act with the 7 high. He'll make the fold, as does Newbie. Chubbs with the 7-5, raising it up.
First bluff on the night coming up.
Hey, had a girl. Oh, shit, he's right there.
And T-Rich calling with the best hand out of the blind. He's going to be first to act.
Are you in a hat? No. So I have a
Ace on the flop. T-Rich checking it. Chubbs, who was your initial raiser, going to put out the continuation bet, representing the ace, and it's going to work.
James' sister Tanya, their wedding was like in 2011. So
Chubbs actually finished, I believe, 33rd at the Poker Tour event this past weekend at TCH Social in Austin. We are located 4 hours and 20 minutes south of Austin.
I got you, don't worry.
Doesn't look like they're playing the small blind game, at least not yet. Like I said, they might be waiting for seat number 2 to show up. That way he is eligible.
He told me when he did that, it's the plan where they make that.
You be first to act under the gun with the quick fold. El Chewy limping with the queen 8. Chubbs does the same with his queen. T-Rich out of the small blind. Has the 9s. Should be raising up to, should be sizing it up to at least 30, being out of position. And he's going to make it 22. And Ray the Machine's going to call with the 8-5. This is one of the reasons I didn't like the size up. And you can see Chubbs is also calling in position. Normally when you're out of position, you do want to size it up, since you will be acting first post flop. Exactly $69 in the flop. And there's an ace coming, which is probably going to get T-Rich to check. And Chubbs is going to sense some weakness here, and I think Chubbs is going to put out a small bet of about $30. And it looks like exactly a $30 bet, and it's going to work. So Chubbs, last hand, raising pre-flop with 7 high, ace coming out. He represented the ace, and he represents the ace once again. Might not seem like a huge pot, but when you're able to win pots that don't belong to you, that's how you run deep in tournaments. As I said, Chubbs did finish 33rd. This weekend, the Trailblazer Series is starting here. It is the 3rd stop of the Trailblazer Series. Double points. Double points.
So this day, he's going to use that video.
So El Chewy is under the gun, and he has some 7s. He makes it 15.
And Millman was there. And Millman and
An RGV striker put it on the 3-bet here. First 3-bet of the night that we see. Chewy should be calling here. And we are going heads up to a flop. El Chewy with the best hand right now, but RGV striker with the best position. Basically 50-50.
Yes, he can beat me. This shit's over with. I don't want to even. I've never heard about this.
I don't want to entertain it.
Hell no. I was like, dude, I'm done.
El Chewy going to be checking.
I sent him the fucking video.
Only one overcard to his pocket pair. Looks like he's going to call.
He wants to raise. Bro, so
The RGV striker, 3 of his 6 outs have been folded. You can see up on the screen.
We gotta set it up. I was like, I'll take 1,000 minimum.
upper left-hand corner there. Board pairing,
What a fish.
Dude, that's the first thing he did.
and now looks like El Chewy's gonna lead here.
Oh, okay.
El Chewy, 5 coming on the turn, betting $50. Oh, RGV Striker calling here with plans to bluff the river.
Like when you take off, how fast do you think they be going that they're gonna get?
So let's see what El Chewy does. Chewy's gonna check. Oh, Striker checks behind. Kind of an interesting play by RGV Striker there. I figured once he called the 50 on the turn, I figured he was setting up to bluff the river.
I love it.
But I did just mention this at the beginning of the stream, that in general, and this is true with all streams, no matter what stakes they're playing, if it's low stakes, high stakes, in general, at the very beginning of the stream, it's kind of like a feel-out period. So players either play a lot tighter than they normally would, or they play a lot looser than they normally would. And I think if this situation was maybe an hour into the stream, I think the hand would have played different, where RGV Striker would have put out a big bluff on the river there. All right, we got Fred coming up. And he has the 6-5 offsuit. He's going to call the $6 straddle. T-Rich with the king-queen offsuit just makes the call from the cutoff. And Chubbs will check his options. So 3 players with 6s. And all of them going to be flopping a straight draw, open-ended at that. Fred with the best hand, flopping a pair and a flush draw, but it's going to go check around. To the turn we go. And now T-Rich taking the lead with the Suicide King. That is the King of Hearts. You look real closely. The King has a sword in his hand, and it's behind his head, so it looks like he's basically stabbing himself with the sword there, but that is not the case. And Chubbs here, sensing some weakness. He is raising it up. Let's see if T-Rich is going to be able to take the heat. He's worried about El Chewy. Oh. He only called pre-flop. So T-Rich making the call here. Second time playing on the stream. The last time he played on the stream, he did make a couple of tight folds where he got bluffed out of some pots. So I think tonight he has a different strategy where he's going to make his opponents show him their hands. Oh, and he's not folding now. Oh, that's actually the ace of spades. And Chubbs knows that that is not a good card to represent. So he is going to check, and T-Rich will take the pot. So as I said, the last time T-Rich played on the stream, not going to lie, he got bluffed more than once. But he did go home, watched the stream, took some notes, made some adjustments, and we see that paying off right away in this hand as he is up $100. That's the great thing about playing the stream, is you are able to go back and analyze your hands. It's very easy to say or think what the right play is, but once you're able to actually see it for yourself and analyze it, it makes it a lot better so you can improve your game. And that's not necessarily even yourself playing, it's just watching the stream where you can analyze hands. I'm sure you can find a lot of different channels where that's all they do, is they go and analyze poker hands. But when you're the one actually in the hand, you tend to learn a little better, you tend to listen a little bit better when it's your money involved. So 3 ways to the flop we go. Studio 54, $54 pot, as it's going to come ace high. So Chubbs has represented the ace twice tonight, and now that he has the ace, he's going to check it. Queen coming on the turn. Chubbs should be betting here. No, El Chewy taking the lead. Chubbs not ready to let go of his ace just yet. Ray the Machine with bottom pair looking for a deuce or a 5. To the river we go. And very scary card. Any 10 makes a straight. And looks like El Chewy's thinking about putting out a bluff. Oh, nice bluff from El Chewy there.
We show the bluffs here. You're not gonna show? See it open. Live stream.
So El Chewy bet the turn
Oh.
with 7 high.
Hey, you can come in for the straddle. You can come in for the straddle.
And it looks like seat 2 is in the house. He's going to come in hot. He's going to come in with the straddle. You can straddle up to half your stack under the gun here at Texas Card House RGV. And looks like we have a double straddle. So seat 2 has arrived. Fletcher taking his seat late. And if anybody knows Fletcher, that's about normal for Fletcher. You have certain people in general that are always early, and you have certain people in general that are always late. Fletcher falling into the latter category as RGV Striker puts on the double straddle to 30. Or just like that, this 1-3 game is actually 1-3-30. As Goose will have the double down hand. Ace Jack offsuit for T-Rich. He makes the call, so does Ray the Machine. He also has a Jack. Freddie announcing all in with his kings. He's not messing around. He sees that there's basically $90 out there dead.
I got you. All in buttons. Oh,
Service.
Oh, an RGV Striker going with his hand. What is his hand? It's ace-9 suited, but we can see that both T-Rich having an ace and Fletcher having an ace. So RGV Striker not in good shape. Only one ace left in the deck. He's going to need to hit some hearts. It's showing Ray the Machine also went all in, but I believe he folded. Or is Ray the Machine going with this hand? Oh, Ray the Machine making the call here. Yeah, so he started the hand with 224. He figured if he gets lucky here, he's going to win a huge pot. So Fred going all in with the kings and getting called by 2 players. One of them has the ace. The other player with 2 undercards.
You gave me 6. You have a pair or no? No, I'm going to do with a pair. Hey, you need a show or not? Yeah. Oh, yeah, me beat.
So 3-way all in, basically a $700 pot. The Kings will win over 70% of the time. Let's go Queen or Jack of Hearts, just to make it fun. Queen or Jack of Hearts. Give something to the underdogs. So Jack has been folded. T-Rich folding Ace Jack. So T-Rich folding both an out for RGV Striker and for Ray the Machine.
Jack and diamonds on the window. Yeah.
All right, so now a 9.
Not even a heart.
Nope.
Fucking shit, Jerry.
And the Kings are going to hold.
After the fact. Shit. Run it on it. RGV
Striker going to have to rebuy.
Oh my.
And Fred
got diarrhea.
is going to take the $700 pot,
Barrels. Oh, is that the $20?
and let's see if Ray the Machine rebuys. It's Ray the Machine's first time playing on the stream, and yeah, he is rebuying as well. So the dealer will take care of the 2 rebuys, and as they take care of the rebuys, we would like to remind you about the Hijack app. That's right. As the Texas Card House now has a poker app you can play on your phone. It is called Hijack Poker, available in the App Store and the Play Store. $20, a free $20 with discount code TCHL, the L standing for live, and the 20 standing for the $20 that you get.
100%.
So you can make deposits and withdrawals at any of the 6 Texas Card House locations across the state of Texas. You must be in the state of Texas to play on the Hijack Poker app.
Oh.
I hate running it twice. I hate everybody that asks to run it twice.
Goose just going to be calling here with the suited ace. Oh, T-Rich with the aces. He's not going to be calling. Looks like it's going to be 40.
You're right.
He's going to make it 35. I don't like the sizing just because there's a $10 straddle on the button. And, players tend to call a little bit wider. And Chubb's calling with the King 5 offsuit. So normally, I do like the $35 raise there if there wasn't a $10 button straddle. But you can see it's gonna draw some action here as Goose flopping a flush draw. T-Rich gonna put out the continuation bet. Looks like about a half-size pot bet. Yeah, he's betting 55. Quick call by Goose. And you can see Goose's outs on the top. Ace 5. 7, 8, 9 gives him some backdoor straight draws. Board pairing. Still has, actually saying he lost an out. Yeah, he lost the Queen of Clubs as an out. No? Trying to figure out which out he lost.
How much? 116. 500? No, I know, but what do you get?
So T-Rich not worried about the 9.
I sent a snap to Cesar Lopez, the tire shop guy, because they're really buddy. I sent him a snap. While I'm typing what to put on there,
So Goose
I hit it the next hand.
thinking about it here. Doesn't like the paired board. And looks like he's going to give it up. And both players will show their hands to each other. And now they will show, T-Rich will flash his aces to the table. So we do have a new software for the stream. I do not have access to any comments. So if you are on the YouTube chat or Facebook chat, I do not have access to any of those comments, as we are using a new software for the commentator tonight, as there were issues with the previous software.
From here to San Antonio.
So last night, Dallas used this software for the first time, and it worked great for them. The previous 2 nights, so on Sunday and Monday, both streams actually got cut off short because of the software. So new software tonight. As I said, I do not have access to any of the chats. We're streaming, I think, on 5 different platforms. Of course, the 2 most popular being Facebook and YouTube.
You read the book? You finally read the book?
So everybody going to be making a call here, and we are going 6 ways to the flop. Best hand right now, Ace 7 offsuit. Fletcher hitting bottom pair, and he's going to put out a small bet, $20 into 120. And a quick raise by Goose here. Goose thinks that the bet's a little weak, $20 into 120. And it looks like Goose is right here as he's putting on a play with just king high here. You can see Goose is actually, oh, he's drawn dead to any immediate outs. He can go runner, hearts. But the out showing on top, that's the immediate outs. He has 0 outs right now. But you can see he actually has 4%. Oh, he's going to show it. I like it. I like it. So Goose, involved in the last 2 hands, folding a flush draw on the turn, and now bluffing with king high.
Queen's over 2.
Pays at 8.
It pays at 8?
Yeah.
How much?
500.
Queen's over 2?
That's what you gotta be. What are you gonna do, Wes? Look at my rotation. Huh? What?
We have a $10 bonus straddle.
So $10 button straddle action starting to the left. RGB striker with an ace. It's not a great ace, but it is an ace nevertheless, and he's going to raise it.
35.
Looks like 35. El Chewy making the call with the suited 10. And let's see what Fletcher has. Oh, Fletcher also has an ace. So he's at least calling here. He might re-raise. So 25 more for him.
Y'all think that I like keeping my hair long? No, but it's never available.
Hey, I'm a busy man.
So Fletcher does make the call, but you can see El Chewy is actually the favorite to win right now since both players are sharing an ace. And there's the 10 for El Chewy. $108 in the pot. El Chewy checking his second pair as we go to the turn. And now El Chewy hitting trips. And RGB Striker going to bet out here. What does El Chewy do? Yeah, he's just going to call here. And let's see what RGB Striker does here on the river if he misses. Trey on the river, RGB Striker with ace high. And RGB Striker announcing all in. This isn't going to work. El Chewy's not folding trips. There's the call. And RGB Striker going to lose another buy-in. 11 hands in. So they're just getting the count from El Chewy's chips, giving him the exact count. And as I said at the very beginning, the players were just feeling each other out. And that's why I thought RGB Striker would try this bluff earlier when he had the ace 10. But this time he tries the bluff and he tries it at the wrong time. And looks like RGB Striker going to buy in for a third time.
Into trips.
Maybe update my number.
Oh, I have a story about that right there.
Yeah, so that bit's
No. All right,
So it is a $300 minimum buy-in. This is unique to the stream, as the normal 1-3 table here at Texas Card House RGV. The buy-in is $100, 1-3. Since we're playing the stream,
I wasn't gonna pay for that shit.
the buy-in is $300. Gets people to bluff a little more.
Did you just say you're in for 8? You're for 9. I thought it was 1,000. No, it's 3.3.
Ray the Machine with the 8s under the gun. Just gonna limp. And you be gonna be raising with the Queen 9 offsuit.
Hey, now I know for sure those numbers are dead.
100.
I don't believe this because I see some there that
Yeah,
say
they
zero.
those numbers.
No, some of them
Oh,
say
no,
the time
Carter.
says zero.
No,
Like,
George, listen to this.
So those numbers, I saw
Fletcher gonna be raising it up with his suited ace.
The 900, he probably won 6, rounded off to 9. The 1400, he probably won 950.
And Ray the Machine gonna be making the call with the best hand. You be getting a good price here to complete with the worst hand.
So they like, you're a fucking dumb man.
And we will go 3 ways to a flop.
like 1,000, right?
Yeah.
He had 1,200, then I won 1,200. But he was in 3,000.
No, but
And
I
you
like
be
how
hitting the Queen.
1497. Like, you know he does it. Like,
He will check.
that's not how much.
Fletcher, your pre-flop 3-better.
Well, I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if y'all know.
He is gonna put on the continuation bet here for 50.
Let's say they're in for 300 and they went up to like 550. They'd be like up 550. Like, no, they're up.
You have 250.
But they would be up. They'd be up 550.
Who the hell did that?
Getting a little hot in here, bro.
Oh, you be announcing all in here.
No.
Huh?
A lot of bad turns for his hand. Any spade, any king, any ace, any jack. So doesn't want to risk any of the bad turns. He will go all in and Fletcher with the fast fold.
There, mine. I thought you were talking about. Yeah, it's pretty cool now, right? Huh? Yeah, I thought you were talking about. I heard. I was like, huh?
But then when you went like this, I was like, that? I don't know.
Is this an all-in dark? Yeah, Fletcher's going all in dark.
I gotta see my cards first.
And RGV Striker's calling him dark.
I'm not looking at my cards.
Wow.
Here you come. You calling?
I want to see what happened.
Alright.
So craziness here early on is we have a player all in dark for $107 and a player call in dark.
They're locked up already. I know they.
Oh, yeah. Fuck them.
He could have aces, he'll still fold.
So right now, guys, it's 3 to play.
How much is it, 3? I'll call 3.
Right now, it's
Yeah, so it looks like Rebel Poker was in the chat. As I said, I do not have access to the on-screen chat with this new software. So the players are just calling the $3. They don't want to get trapped, so they're trying to figure out if anybody.
No, but do I have options?
You
Like,
see
you
this
can't
line?
raise?
You see this line? It's a hard betting line.
Yeah, so Fletcher all in with the 6-high, RGV Striker with the 3 deuce. And I think Chubbs is going to be calling. Oh, never. Queens.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Queens for Ray the Machine. So this is why these players just called the $3, just in case anybody woke up with a hand. So normally El Chuy does raise with jacks, but as I said, it is $107 blind straddle. I think El Chuy's going to get away from. Wow, El Chuy gets away from the jacks.
Baby.
Oh, but Chubbs
My God.
has the pair, and he's going to be in trouble.
I've been cracking aces.
Too many colors.
So crazy hand here early on, as we did have a player go all in dark for 107. RGV Striker calling him dark, and then the game started normal 1-3, and Pocket Jack's just calling it $3. Pocket Six is just calling it $3, and Ray the Machine in the big blind waking up with the ladies going all in as you should, and Chubbs calling with his 6s here. Chubbs knows a pocket pair is normally going to be good, but this is not the case here. You can see his hand is good against Fletcher and RGV Striker.
It's great. He does not have 7 deuce.
So dealer will be making the side pots, cleaning everything up properly. And Ray the Machine in great shape right now, basically going to win this hand 3/4 of a time. 3 out of every 4 times, Ray the Machine will be winning this pot. Chubbs has 1/6 left to hit. I don't know if it's still in the deck or if it has been folded. RGV Striker has some sort of weird 2-pair combo. So if Chewy folding jacks, it was the right fold. Even if a jack comes, it is the right fold. RGV Striker says he has a terrible hand. The players think that he has 7 deuce. He does have a deuce in his hand, so let's put a deuce on the flop to make it fun.
Oh, baby.
So Chubbs is actually liking this flop. Oh, everybody drawing dead. Ray the Machine. Oh, wait, 6-4, Fletcher? Fletcher hits a straight five.
Let's go!
Fletcher going all in dark. There is a side pot. Ray the Machine will win the side pot from RGV Striker and Chubbs. So there's the side pot. I thought everybody was drawing dead when the set came, but Fletcher flopped a gut shot with the 6-4 and hits it on the river. Went all in blind pre-flop. So that's going to send RGV Striker to the ATM so he can rebuy. So El Chewy folding the jacks, saving his $500 profit. Fred with kings, tripling up early on. T-Rich with the king-queen, making a big call on the turn. And Fletcher is also in the green after going all in dark and getting called by 3 players. So Chubbs is back in for 300. And RGV Striker is at the ATM right now.
Make sure you update it.
I know for a fact it's going to be red.
Today? He's going to be dark red today, man.
So Fletcher with the quadruple up. So 1 player calls, that's a double up. 2 players call, that's a triple up. 3 players call, that's a quadruple up. Newbie just calling with the 9s here. 2 diamonds, so big flop for Ray the Machine. But he's going to check his flush draw. And Ray the Machine going to be hitting his flush on the turn. The 2 other players with diamonds. And Newbie going to be betting. I actually think this is a good bet from Newbie here, as he doesn't think anybody has a king since it went checked around. And he does have a diamond in his hand to block the flush. So I do like this bet, but as we can see, he's running into it. Oh, look at Ray the Machine here being tricky with the min raise.
2 Michelob Ultras.
1 with the line.
Newbie going to be calling, hoping for a diamond. Let's see what Fletcher does here. He also has a diamond in his hand. Looks like RGV Striker's back in his seat. So what does Ray the Machine do on the river? Does he lead out? You kind of have to lead out once you check raise the turn. Multi-way. Oh, that's a terrible card for Fletcher. Ray actually hits a straight with that card. UB with the quick fold, Fletcher with the quick call, and Ray the Machine gonna be winning the $365 pot.
Here, I'm gonna give him 100.
If you're bloody red, 1
Yeah, I had the one for that.
Partner, I'm gonna make a fucking comeback.
You can serve me a set.
And my
So I believe we're coming up with a dealer change here in a little bit. No, we're still too early. It's 6. You can see the tablet. These dealers change out every hour. The dealers will be changing out at 7 o'clock. Or 7 o'clock their time, so 7:15 stream time. Have to be real careful since the stream is on a 15-minute delay. As Chubbs is going to straddle under the gun to 10. And Fred going to put on the double straddle. Oh, Fletcher with the triple straddle. And RGV Striker with the quadruple straddle.
160.
what?
What did you just call the guy that just won blind?
So $80 to go. It goes from 10, it has to double to 20, it has to double to 40, then it has to double to 80. So RGV Striker put it on the quadruple straddle, the re-straddle, the re-re-re-straddle. Re-re.
I can't believe what's going on right before my eyes. A re-straddle, a re-re-straddle. Oh, guys, Rihanna's in the building. A re-re-re-re-straddle.
So newbie with the ace, Goose with the commentating as well. It's fun to say re-re.
Alright, I'm gonna look, guys.
Wow, you just ship it. Who cares?
No, alright, gotta look.
So Fred with the king-queen. RGV Striker with an ace. He's going all in, and I think Fred, I think Fred might call him, but I think it's going to be too much. RGV Striker just rebought for 500, so it is 500 for Fred to call. And Fred is up about 400. How much is Fred up? No, Fred is up less than that. Fred is up about 400. Oh, Fletcher going with it here. Fletcher's in terrible shape. Fletcher's card should normally be live in this situation, but we can see his 7 is dominated by the A7. He doesn't even have live cards, so he's looking to hit the 3.
275.
So Fletcher with less.
No more action.
Fletcher in for 275, all in for 275. And away we go. Let's see 3. Oh, Fletcher hit it as 3.
Oh, baby.
RGV Striker. Oh, RGV Striker now comes from behind and hits his ace. So RGV Striker
Oh, I didn't want a 7.
gonna get the win. RGV Striker getting really unlucky on the flop. And then Fletcher getting really unlucky on the turn.
Get in there.
And it looks like Fletcher's going to have to rebuy.
Barrels, table 9.
So we never know what we're going to get with the stream table. Sometimes it could be a tight table. Sometimes it could be a loose table. Sometimes it could be a quiet table. But tonight, it seems like a crazy table tonight. Last Wednesday night, we actually had a 2-5 straddle. And that stream was a little on the tight side. But tonight's stream seems to be making up for last week's stream.
After you came back, my.
The people are here already?
Yeah.
Sorry, fashioned late.
I know what you were trying to do. I knew what you were trying to do. You haircut, you cat.
Oh.
100% he tried on 5 shirts. Did the little twirl, like the little.
Hell no.
86.
RGV Striker with the queens. Pretty big raise here. Up to 30. Goose with the 8s. I don't think he can fold a pocket pair. Oh, he's gonna 3-bet. And RGV Striker gonna be really happy with this situation.
I told him we don't want to.
It's a small 3-bet, but RGV Striker should be putting on the 4-bet here.
So he doesn't want to play.
RGV Striker and Goose, they do have a lot of history with each other. And there's the all-in.
Don't do it, partner, because I'm playing dumb.
Do it!
RGV Striker telling Goose not to call because he's playing dumb. And Oh,
Baby.
Goose is gonna call,
Pioneer, what do we pay to be gaming?
and we have $1,000 flop.
You guess. You want to, right?
Goose is gonna need diamonds
Had lunch together.
or an 8. Club is no good. They're gonna be running it twice.
I don't hit it yet.
Hey, I got my money on Goose.
We're in 2 full boards. Good luck.
Everything one chip.
The ace and the king coming on the first flop. RGV Striker doesn't like that, but his queens are going to be good for the first flop. That 6 looked like an 8, but it was not. And now the second board, Goose still looking for an 8. There's only 1 8 left. And he is going to be losing as RGV Striker going to win with queens both boards.
No. Just at the bottom.
I say don't do it. I'm not gonna get up. Fucking happy that I fucking had a hand after.
So RGV Striker with the scoop. Chips are flying tonight here at the Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley. Tomorrow is the start of the Trailblazer Series. Trailblazer Series starting tomorrow, as the last satellite is actually going on right now. I believe there's 2 or 3 tables for that satellite. It's only a $20 satellite, but it does have 3 seats guaranteed into the Trailblazer. But as I said, Trailblazer beginning tomorrow, 2 flights daily. 2 flights daily, as the dealer is getting the proper count. Yeah, we got 3 tables for the satellite. 27 players entered in the satellite. So it looks like we'll be giving out more than 3 seats.
Feels good though.
Essentially, over $50K guaranteed for less than $200. But the big things that you want to take into account is at the bottom of the flyer there, 2 times leaderboard points. Then there will be 1 automatic qualifier for the 50K free roll. You're able to take your 2 biggest stacks forward and min cash with the rest, and you have a chance to win unlimited hours for the most entries. The Trailblazer Series, the first stop was 2 months ago in Austin, TCA Tosho in Austin. Last month, the Trailblazer Series making a stop in Spring, Texas, so north of Houston, and then this weekend and next weekend, it's going to be 2 separate weekends.
I'm pretty sure he did it.
No, you start probably 3 times, but it takes a little bit of time to get your 2 pulls.
So it looks like Goose is going to be adding on after he takes the hit to Striker, and Newbie raising it up, and everybody calling Newbie's raise. Even RGV Striker with the 6-3. So Chewy with the best hand right now. He also has the best position. He's on the button. And he still has the best hand. 2 clubs on the flop. You be going to represent here. Probably going to go small, about 30 or 40. Looks like 40.
Yeah. Terry's gonna get me unstuck right now. Thanks, Terry. Thank you in advance.
And it's going to work for Newbie. Did he show his cards? No. So Newbie raising it up pre-flop and putting out the continuation bet. It's hard to make a pair. Nobody made a pair. And they respected his continuation bet. Goose is added on for 300. You can see El Chewy and Fred both up.
We have a $10 button straddle. Action starts in the small blind. 10 to play.
Goose is down 500. El Chewy is up 500. RGV Striker raising it up with the King Crab. Makes it 25. And Chubbs is going to be calling. Chubbs does not want to see space. Chubbs is actually in a very bad shape here, as his 5 is no good and his spades are no good. El Chewy flopping middle pair. And it's going to go check around. 7 on the turn for Chubbs. And it goes check around again. Nobody with a heart, but Ray the Machine hitting trips.
Oh, you know what? But can you add one more?
And it looks like he's gonna put out a small bet here. El Chewy with the curiosity call. He has the queen. He's gonna see that he got rivered. Trailblazer Series with 2 flights daily, 1 at 1 p.m., 1 at 6 p.m. That is excluding Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. 25K starting stack.
Here comes the 20.
Yeah, so Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, that's Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
You have a $10 straddle, live straddle.
Then, of course, the 26th being Boxing Day.
That piglet, there was a piglet that morning. Whatever that guy put in the drink.
Looks like we have a $10 under the gun straddle from Goose. Quick raise here from T-Rich. I do expect his hand to be pretty strong here. Ace Queen minimum suited. It's Ace King. You be calling with the worst king. Fred making the call. Fletcher makes the call as well. RGV Striker getting a real good price. Goose calling the extra $20. And we are going 5 ways to a flop. Jack high, so open-ended for newbie. Bottom pair for Goose. Gut shot for Fred. And Fletcher with air. Looks like it's going to go check around. And now Fletcher picking up a pair. Fred has a double gut shot. Actually an open ender. $50 bet into 150. I think T-Rich could call here if he was heads up. He has too many players to worry about, so he does fold the ace-king. And newbie with 2 overcards and his open-ended going to be making the call. Fred with his straight draw, but the 9 we can see is no good. He thinks it's good, but it is not. And we got $300 in the pot. And the board going to be pairing once again. Backdoor diamonds get in there. Fletcher does have the best hand if it goes check down. Does newbie put out a bluff here? Newbie's thinking about it. No, he's going to wave. Oh, Fred. Nice. Nice bluff by Fred here. He knows he can't win with 8 high, and there's over $300 in the pot. I can't see newbie calling here, but it would be the right call. Yeah, it's hard to call. Did he show? I think he showed. Yep. Yeah, so Fred is showing the bluff. These players definitely came to gamble tonight.
Gets up, he's up. Yeah, he's gonna start walking. Playing ball.
So $10 button straddle.
I beat you, but I can hit you. Only one bluff a game.
So Fred actually making the final table of the last big tournament we had down here in the Rio Grande Valley, and he made the final table last week in one of the tournaments here, smaller tournament. So newbie raising with the 3 deuce. Picks up 2 callers. Oh, set of 4s for Ray the Machine. He played his flush slow earlier. It looks like he's going to play it slow again. Trying to trap. So newbie looking for a 5. Oh, 5. Well, 5 gives him outs. 5 or 6 gives him outs. Oh, he's drawn dead now. I would imagine Ray the Machine would check again. No. He is going to put out a bet, and Newbie will make the fast fold. Ray the Machine showing he had it. Everybody showing bluffs tonight. But Ray the Machine not bluffing.
Freddie has chips.
Freddie has chips for me.
Hey, Freddie has chips.
I believe they are getting ready to switch dealers. The dealers do switch out every hour. These players started playing at 6, just after 6 o'clock. I think it was 6:02 Central Time, Texas time. So then add the 15 minutes to that time, and we started streaming at about 6:15. So I believe after this hand, they will have a dealer changed. Yeah, Ray the Machine straddling under the gun, and you be making the quick call with the natural 9, the 4 and the 5. Chubb's also calling. Fred with the suited king coming along. And RGV Striker looks like he's going to be raising it up to 30. T-Rich folding his big blind. Ray the Machine straddles to 6, has a 6-4. He just won the last hand, so you might be feeling a little frisky. Now he's going to fold.
Turn on the button. So people owe money left.
4 players.
Oh, Chubb's going to be flopping trips here. And he's going to check to the aggressor. RGV Striker going to check as well. Yubi with his 2 pair going to be putting out about a $40 bet. See if Chubbs just calls again. He's going to be raising here as the board's pretty coordinated with the 2 hearts. And now the possible straight draw with the 4 on the turn.
Or let's just say 2008, 2009. If RGV busted was back then, if it was.
Oh, Newbie's thinking about going with this hand. He knows Chubbs can make a move. He's not making a move here. Yeah, Newbie's going with the hand, and he's going to get snap called. And he is drawn dead. Yeah, Newbie drawn dead here. 0 outs for Newbie. So Newbie's going to have to rebuy if he's going to continue on. Oh, I'm sorry. Newbie just called. I thought I heard him. I thought I heard him say all in. It looked like he was going all in, but he just made the call of the raise. And Chubbs is trying to get all his chips. Chubbs is now putting him all in on the river.
Where did he get pulled over? Edinburg?
All the draws missed. Yep. He's going to get the bad news. So Newbie put Chubbs on some sort of straight draw, some sort of flush draw on the turn. And once those draws missed, he continued on with his read that Chubbs either missed a flush draw or a straight draw, but we see that Chubbs has the 3/8. And Newbie, after exactly 1 hour of play, is going to have to rebuy.
So what the best thing about this is? Tomorrow we're giving gifts at an elementary school in Bishop. I'll send snaps in the morning.
So we will have a dealer change,
One of our
and we will remind you about the match time on the Hijack app. The app available on both Apple devices and Android devices. You can make a deposit and a withdrawal in any of the Texas Card House locations across the state of Texas. Of course, there's 2 in North Texas, 2 in East Texas, 1 in South Texas, and 1 in Central Texas. The app is only available in Texas. You must be in Texas.
I'm down for whatever.
You can get a $20 match.
I have to pay 25 cents.
There are free roll tournaments every day. You are allowed to play multiple games at the same time, and both PLO and Texas Hold'em available.
Bro, you can 1 hour me. I don't give a fuck. If you tell me a time tonight.
Bro, I had to eat and then get ready. Like, I was chilling all day, bro.
Ready, you want to know here?
Mentally prepare myself to come and,
Tell me you're just hanging out with Benny.
yeah, we're watching movies. We were.
So Chubbs with the 8-7, raising it up, and Ray the Machine just calling with the ace-queen.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah. No, the water, no.
And it looks like Chubbs is going to hit a 6 on the flop, and he's going to put out a continuation bet here. Ray not ready to let go of his ace-queen.
Yes, I know, but still, like, I want to play. I've been getting
So heads up we go.
9-3.
Ray's still looking for an ace or a queen. There's the queen, the card reader picking up something wrong as it picked up a 4, but we can see it is actually a queen. And there, the production crew correcting it. I think Chubbs is going to have a hard time folding here if Ray puts out a reasonable bet on this double paired board. Oh no, quick fold from Chubbs.
Ya se fue Lordy para allá, cuz? He moved over there, right? Yeah. He took his family. Huh?
Jerry, C4 has a message.
So El Chewy, the leader early on here.
No family, todo, ya se movió para allá.
Both him and Fred up over $500.
Hey, your camarada didn't come with you?
And Ray the Machine, he just won the last spot. And he's going to slide into the 3rd spot. Both Fletcher and Goose down over 400.
Frito name. Can't even say it right. For sure he's drunk.
Oh, he is, right?
No. You gotta play the part of these, man. Taking shots, you're over here sober.
El Chewy limping under the gun with the Baskin Robbins hand. 31 flavors. And RGV Striker going to be raising with the better ace. The ace-4.
800. Yeah, we need all that, man. 800 minus
And looks like we're going heads up between El Chewy and RGV Striker. $44 in the pot, and a huge flop for El Chewy. Was planning on check raising.
Dead.
Oh, El Chewy checking again. And it's going to be a chop pot as both these players have a straight.
Stop.
He's trying to be nice. Don't mess with the chewy.
Flash nigga.
I'm in.
So both players with an ace. RGV Striker getting pretty lucky there to chop this pot.
That was a flush. It was a flush. That's what I looked at.
Pretend aces.
That'd be close. Would have been nice.
Boring.
So I mentioned the Trailblazer Series earlier.
Let me home.
In October, it made a stop in Austin.
Yes.
November, it made a stop in spring.
Or water.
Tomorrow, it will make a stop in South Texas. And then next month, it's going to be up in North Texas. It's going to go from north to south. So there's the information on the North Texas event. Going to be playing at both
I have an open bottle.
Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Ocho Las Calimas.
Niggas can't be choosing for it.
Huh? Or
Say night. Yeah, I tried to sell 700 to like 42 last time. Whoa. 800?
Everybody just limping, and we are going 6 ways to a flop, as it's going to be 9 high.
Friend discount. No, where's my friend price on the card? I didn't check price. I sent it for 2 extra. They're 175 right now.
With all cards.
Yeah, regular price are like 175 right now.
Chubb's betting is queen high. He's picks up 3 callers. King on the turn, nobody with a king. Let's see if Chubbs continues here. Now he's going to slow down. The 4s is still the best hand. And the 4s are going to hold on. Almost $100 in the pot. Oh, Fletcher going to put out a small bet. See if Goose is able to figure it out here. Yeah, Goose is going to be calling. Fletcher does have a pair, but Goose has a pocket pair that's better than Fletcher's deuces.
I thought they were aces.
So Goose winning a pot of exactly $100 profit.
I'm gonna need you to turn.
So T-Rich in seat 5, you can see he's a real big University of Texas fan. Of course, the playoffs starting this weekend as the Longhorns host the Clemson Tigers.
Hey, Carter. The same thing that I texted you?
Then if they win this game, they will go back
I'm gonna go do it
to
right now. Only out of 3,
the Georgia Dome
follow those instructions.
and take on Arizona State.
Hey, it might be open tomorrow. It might be back open.
Oh, that's what you were showing me yesterday?
Yes, he sent me some positive drug tests. Carter, I took it that Friday.
What's that about?
Hey, Xavier doesn't come out, bro.
Second hand does.
Second hand cigarettes.
Fuck yeah.
Newbie with the $10 straddle. Everybody just calling the straddle. Newbie will check his options, and we will go 4 ways to a flop of $44, as it's going to come 6 high and raid the machine with a 6. He's going to put out a bet,
You're dirty.
hoping nobody has a 3.
What if I tell them that like my
Goose
mom
with a
got
gut
my
shot,
mom,
but he's going to fold it.
you take my mom out?
Doesn't want to chase on a paired board.
You might come on dirty?
Sup?
Taylor, I was in Vegas for a week and a half.
Yeah, you're I'm all around.
Hey,
So Biden will move to seat number 8, El Chewy. I do not think they are playing the small blind game, but these players have been straddling. Let's see if Fletcher puts out a straddle this hand.
which one's all club or?
Dealer trying to pitch the cards as close to the circles as possible. That way all the cards get scanned properly. Fletcher with the suited Queen 10. Is he limping or is he raising? He's raising. Looks like 20, 25. Raising to 30. So big raise here coming under the gun for Fletcher.
You wear those currently right now, right?
You be calling him with the Applejacks, the Ajax.
I mean, you have to have specific, they're preferred.
Oh, okay. But you won't be out of uniform if you
King high flop. Fletcher slowing down. It's going to go check, check. To the turn we go.
Dump this stack over or no?
Fletcher hitting his queen. Now it's Newbie that needs help. Fletcher betting less than half pot. Newbie picking up a gut shot straight draw to go along with his ace high. He's going to call, hoping for an ace or a 10.
What do I do with it?
stack it like how he has it there. Put the greens together like that. Yeah, it's good like that. No, there was 2 reds on top. Like that.
So Fletcher looks like he's going to bet his queen again, this time sizing it up to 56. And Newbie with the quick fold.
Oh, that's great, dude. Oh, I'm right behind you. Don't look at your cards. Oh, never mind. What the fuck? You're gonna look at my cards or what? I feel it like that.
Are you a straddle or a straddle?
You stop.
You locked it up.
Yeah, I'm only fucking down to 150 now. I just gotta get it from something.
You said Terry.
Yeah, don't look
You
over here.
specifically pointed out Terry.
Yeah, I know. Terry,
Did you take it back?
I'm up there.
You get back on it.
I get Terry.
Alright, I'll straddle.
I get annoyed. Outside the distraction.
Oh, keep your thumb in check.
So T-Rich told me before the stream
Stop being so popular.
to not say anything bad about him because his 88-year-old mother's watching.
4 times about that. And he's like, nah, partner, it's not coming.
So what's your...
So as long as he doesn't make a bad play,
I don't see
then I shouldn't say anything bad about it. He did make a very good play earlier with the King-Queen, where Chubbs in seat 9 tried to put on the check raise on the turn, and he called with the best hand.
Give him a fucking cup of ice and liquor, whatever he drinks.
Ray the Machine with the 8s. Call in the $20 raise from Fletcher.
Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Like, I was joking.
Let's run it back.
Dog was fucking around.
We're going 5-way to a flop.
I was having a bad day.
and you accidentally hit somebody, right? In the face? Softly?
Good flop for the pocket pair of Ray. Let's see what Fletcher does. He was the pre-flop raiser. Ray the Machine going to be betting here. Chances are nobody has a jack, and he's going to find out if anybody has a jack by betting his pocket 8s. So nice play there by the Machine.
Where you see after spinning, if you fuck up the spin and it falls flat, well, you have to put your knuckle down.
Oh, damn,
The other guy gets the quarter right here and shoots it to you and hits your knuckle.
Those are the one where it was like the
4 players in the green, 5 players in the red.
Coconut, yeah, that's what it's called. That could be called.
Oh, the bloody nose was stupid.
body colors.
You would get past, and then you do
Does not look like we have a straddle this hand.
You're writing an essay, you have blood everywhere and shit. Yes, that's my punctuation, I'm sorry. I'm counting my own errors.
So action's going to be on Goose.
Shots to the red bull.
Duck, duck, goose. Jack 7 offsuit into the muck. T-Rich also muck in his hand. Newbie raising with his jack. Small raise to 10. Chubbs with the immediate 3-bet to 35.
The first one looks great. The
Newbie making the call, and we are going heads up to a $74 pot.
And do what?
Newbie flopping a pair. Chubbs does slow down with his ace king.
You can't go there either.
Newbie turning a flush draw. Let's see if he puts out a bet here. He is. Pretty big bet, $55 into 75. Making it hard for Chubbs to call. Looks like Chubbs is going to make the call. And we're going to a river. Newbie get in there with his flush.
I don't know.
I kind of like a check, to be honest with you, because Chubbs, he knows Chubbs is capable of making a move.
Mama Levi's, hey, is he okay or no?
But I think he went all in. Let's see what happened here on the river. Yeah, he went all in for $101. Chubbs not going to be able to call. Or maybe Chubbs does call
We're gonna
here.
watch it. We're gonna watch
You
it
better
tomorrow.
Snapchat your fucking outcome. Freddie has his
Yes, Freddie has to use a counter.
Chubbs might be leveling himself here. He has no spades in his hand. Oh, Chubbs is going to get curious. Chubbs making the call with ace high here, and Newbie going to get the better of Chubbs this time. So last time Chubbs getting the better of Newbie, now Newbie returning the favor.
Yeah. It's already.
So Chubbs making the hero call. But this time,
You're afraid or what?
the hero
You don't want to go over there and just throw your skeeter?
was not correct.
Partner. The gangsters are far off.
Looks like we have a $10 button straddle from Fletcher.
Stop.
$10 is the maximum here on the button. Now you can straddle up to half your stack under the gun, but there is a cap on the button just because
Last name is Guzman for
it is a
that's all I'm gonna say.
huge positional advantage. It's a huge advantage to be on the button.
Somewhere in the tree. We're there.
RGV striker with the ace king, raising it up right away to 35.
Can you refer to me as striker, Mr. Striker?
And Chubbs gonna be putting it small
Oh, baby.
3-bet here. Oh, Fred just making the call. And I actually do not like this call by RGV Striker. RGV Striker should have been putting on the 4-bet. RGV Striker should have been putting on the 4-bet. Now he's out of position. Now what is he going to do? Chubbs is going to represent this for sure. And Fred, not a believer, but now what does RGV Striker do? It's going to be hard to call with just ace high with another player involved. As I said before, RGV Striker should have been putting out the 3-bet there. The 4-bet, excuse me. And he's going to fold the best hand. That's going to be a good card for Chubbs to continue his story here, as he now picks up a straight draw. Oh, he checks.
Oh, baby, let's go, dog.
Yeah, Chubbs is giving up. And RGV Striker's going to see that he folded the best hand. I'm a little surprised Chubbs slowed down once he picked up a straight draw on the turn. But maybe the previous hand, calling with ace high, maybe that was in the back of his mind when his read was wrong.
I think he's gonna fold. I think he had a jack.
Little light. Say it louder.
No light.
You want more light? Lord.
Partner.
Yeah, Chubbs announcing that he put his opponent on jacks there, and he didn't think he was folding jacks, which is why he shut it down.
Oh, yeah.
Jack 2 by Ray the Machine. He'll get rid of it. Newbie Just doubled up 2 hands ago. Gonna be trapping with the ace king. Is anybody gonna fall into the trap? It doesn't look like anybody's gonna fall into the trap. So now, newbie cannot get married to this hand if it gets a little crazy post flop. And we see he's going to get outflopped by T-Rich. Top pair with top kicker, bottom 2 pair for T-Rich. Does T-Rich check raise here? I think if everybody folds, T-Rich is just going to call. But if somebody else calls in between, then T-Rich will raise it up. Looks like everybody's folded. So T-Rich just going to be calling here. And you can see newbie's ace-king getting outdrawn. Newbie needing a king for an immediate out, running hearts, or a deuce. Newbie has to think his hand is good here. And he's going to be betting another 10. All right, now do we see the check raise? No, T-Rich? Yes. No, T-Rich just call it. Oh, and newbie get in there with the double paired board. And now it goes check, check. So one of the reasons why bottom 2 pair is vulnerable, you see it there. It's very easy to get counterfeited. As T-Rich got counterfeited, but in his defense, he was in the big blind. He was forced to play that hand. Nobody raised. And newbie only betting $10 on the flop and $10 on the turn. I thought T-Rich would have checked raise on the flop or the turn. But looks like he made the wrong move at the right time as his hand got counterfeited on the river. I don't think newbie was folding to a check raise on either the flop or the turn. Chubbs with the 9 high, raising it up to 15. RGV striker calling in the cutoff. Goose with the better jack calling on the button. T-Rich with the garbage 8-4 gets rid of it. And Ray the Machine completes from the big blind with king high. Ray the Machine actually with the best hand right now, king 6 offsuit, as we go 4 ways to a flop. And Ray the Machine flopping top and bottom pair. So it looks like it's going to go check around. And the turn is going to give an open ender to Chubbs here. Also a open ender for Goose. Excuse me, an open ender for RGV striker, and Goose is going to get rid of his gut shot. To the river we go. Flush get in there, but Ray the Machine not worried about it as he immediately leads out into 2 opponents. Quick fold from Chubbs. And RGV striker only with the jack high will do the same. So nice hand for Ray the Machine as the button will move to seat 5. And we will see who's up. Fred leading the way. He's up over $700. And Chewy up over $500. And Ray the Machine, who actually got his queens cracked earlier with 6-3 offsuit, is in the green as well. Straddle for Chubbs. And Chewy put in 10 under the gun. Chubbs making it 20. And now action is going to be on Fred.
You lost money?
What a fish.
Fletcher just making the call with the jack 4 of clubs. He's got the flat tire.
never had that much?
That was it.
You never had that much?
Oh my
When I think that one, I was like, oh, okay.
UB with the 6-3.
Oh, never mind.
He makes the call, and Chubbs with an ugly 8-3 will check his option. And we are going 4 ways to a flop of Jack high. So Fletcher calling the 20 with Jack 4 flopping top pair. And he's going to bet just over half pot.
There was one bet that I did with James Madison. I did some research on them. They blew everybody out of the fucking water. Like 20, 30
Just
points.
under half pot.
The line against Navy was minus 28.5. And I was like, oh, let me tease it. Let me bring it down 6 points, whatever the fuck. Bring it to 22.5. Or they won by 40. I was debating on should I take a minus 28.5.
Yeah.
Not even a sweat.
I was thinking about
Ace coming on the turn. El Chewy with second pair. It's going to go check, check. El Chewy looking for a 10 or a deuce. The second time tonight, El Chewy hits trip 10s, but he checks the river. So the two chip leaders going at it. El Chewy checking the river, perhaps costing himself some money.
You know the quarterback from Clemson? He's from Corpus. No, he's from Austin. South Lake Carroll. Westlake? Oh, yeah. Kate Loveman.
This Saturday, Austin Westlake and fucking North Shore High School, number 1 and number 2 team in the fucking state.
That should have been, that's North District, right? District North? Region 5, no. District 31, 5.
Austin Westlake has 8 D1s, and the team that's going against has
So Chubbs with the $6 straddle under the gun, UTG.
number 4, going to Texas.
$6 live show.
Hey, District North had 2 D1s.
Players talking about high school football. This weekend is the state championships for all the schools. Of course, if you follow anything having to do with football, you know Texas high school football is just on another level. And this weekend they crowned the champions. As the divisions go up to 6A, and then each division has a big and a small. So it's 6A Division 1, 6A Division 2, 5A Division 1, 5A Division 2.
What was it?
A little strange not having the chat option available, but if you're just joining, I did say that we are using a new software for the commentating. And looks like Rebel Poker in the chat, as is the Cajun Asian.
With the fade, like, hey, Fletcher, you gonna finish or no?
Yeah, he's out of town, bro. He actually never know he's there.
Yeah, so I cannot see the chat on the screen, thus I cannot comment, but I can log on my personal phone and see the comments. But yes, there are six Texas Card House locations.
Some of Fletcher's friends get there and they start talking shit like, guys.
6 Texas Card House locations, 4 of them stream. We're one of the streaming locations. And that's one of the reasons why this secondary channel was created, as all of the card houses stream at least twice a week. So all of the card houses stream at least twice a week. So 7 days in the week, which is going to put 8 streams minimum for the week. But the main reason why we did create the second channel was to make sure that there always is a channel available for all of these huge poker tours, these huge poker events that the Texas Card House hosts. Take, for example, the Poker Atlas Tour just wrapped up at TCH Social in Austin. And now, another Texas Card House property is hosting another tournament series. This one, the Trailblazer Series. And this one's going to be here in South Texas, as El Chewy going to win another pot with the Queen Kicker. So direct flights available to the Rio Grande Valley from the three big cities, here in Texas. Direct flights available to Dallas on American Airlines. Direct flights available from Houston on United Airlines. And direct flights available from Austin on Delta. And all those flights will go into McAllen Miller International Airport, MFE airport code, located exactly 12 minutes from door to door, from the Texas Card House RGV to the airport. It is 12 minutes door to door. Now, there is another airport in the area that's about half an hour away, but that second airport is actually has Southwest. I know a lot of people like to fly Southwest, so that secondary airport is Valley International Airport, located in Harlingen, Texas. It's the next county over where South Padre Island is, South Padre Island, Brownsville. But the airport there is going to be Valley International Airport in Harlingen. Same deal, direct flights on Southwest to the three major cities in Texas, Houston, Austin, and Dallas.
Oh, now I gotta look at my hand. I'm all in.
So Fletcher going all in, and Goose is pretty much priced in. So here we go, the battle of the aces. Goose with the suited ace, but Fletcher with the bigger ace.
One time? Twice?
Whatever you want.
2 rivers.
Burn is down,
Okay, 2 full boards. Yeah, last time we couldn't do it, yeah. 2 full
and they are running it twice.
Twice, right?
Yeah, full board, 2 full board.
You want to?
They're running it twice.
We can't go back. So 2 rivers?
Yeah, 2 rivers. Yeah, 2 rivers.
Oh shit, they can do it. Nice.
All right, so they're going to say 2 rivers.
That's badass.
They're running the river twice. All right, one more time for the river.
It says full board now.
Yeah.
All right, never mind, full board.
I have a 9. Ace 9.
I have a pair.
Well, fucking tell us, man.
I have a 4.
Oh, Goose hitting his 4 twice.
5.
Fletcher going to need a 9 to win or a 5 to
I
chop.
was about to say, the flop's already out there.
Oh, Fletcher getting really unlucky as he had Goose dominated, and they run it twice. And Goose is going to scoop. So the hand did take a little bit while because the players couldn't decide on whether or not to run it twice or not. And then they told us once, and the software was set to once. Then they changed their mind, and we changed the software back. But Fletcher's going to be rebuying. Let me see here. Yeah, I was about to say.
See you in there, Friday.